Back to the kitchen now. John is there with our guest today, the chef and owner, JR, from JR's Old Packinghouse Cafe in Sarasota. John?
Our old friend JR, who's been with us, gosh, years now, right? You've been coming into the station here. Always a pleasure having you here. Cooking up something that it's topical, I guess. We have in season now, some mangoes.
Well, Caribbean, you know, some blackening seasoning. This is homemade. The recipe is right in the, you can make your own blackening seasoning. Depends on how hot you like it, how fresh the cayenne is.
So you've shared that with us on the website?
Yes.
Okay,
great. Love that stuff. And we're going to make the mango sauce a little bit differently than most. I like to use some serrano peppers, red onion, cilantro, of course. Also, I throw in a little bit of lime. That's pretty traditional. And since I like sweet, I also throw in a little bit of honey. Now, however, I didn't have any in my cupboard, the ones I like. You ever try those places where off the side road they have their own honey and stuff?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, I couldn't find any. I couldn't find any yesterday. I was looking around. I'm like, really?
Oh, it's good stuff. They have some good stuff with the natural clovers.
It makes a huge difference in the in the flavor of the stuff. So you can really mix up and you can make your own. So as this cook on the magic of television, we can flip it over.
You know, they have one company here in town that will bring bees out to your house. And so long as you host them at your property, when they come around to harvest that honey, they'll throw you a little bit of honey.
Skip the bee part and just give me the honey, you know.
Well, you can buy it too.
So anyhow, we're going to add to this. We're going to make a little more indulgence on this. We're going to add a little bit of garlic, and we're going to add a little fresh butter, and that's going to melt down. And eventually, we'll get a nice sauce out of this.
Well, sometimes our stoves here, our electric stoves, are much different than the gas stoves
what
that I
we're
know
used
you
to at the
guys
restaurant.
are
However,
used to,
that's perfectly fine. We can adjust to that. We're gonna add a little bit of wine to this. Actually, before we do that, we're gonna add a little bit of flour so we can make a little bit of sauce to go with it.
So kind of a roux going on here.
Kind of a roux going on here. So that's gonna melt down, make a nice little sauce. But we're gonna continue going anyway. And then we're gonna add a little bit of wine. Then we'll pour that over whatever your freshest greens are that you like at the store. I like romaine because it's crunchy. Some people like spinach. Some people like, well, your choice, of course. I always think about radicchio. Yeah.
Radicchio, yeah, that's good. A little tangy.
Yeah. And then as this cooks down a little bit, this will all mingle together. We'll pour it over the white rice. I like white rice. That's just traditionally from our food styles. However, I did bring lettuce because everybody's watching their diet. And
true enough.
A little bit of white wine there, and that'll cook down and come up to a boil, and we'll have a nice little sauce to go with our dressing on our salad, or a little bit of sauce over our rice.
Oh, that looks good. Now, after it's all done, I see you serve it multiple ways. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I brought it here with the lettuce. I brought it there with the rice. I also brought a burger. I brought made some chicken empanadas today, a little bit of pot pie. I also like adding, some people like ginger. I like ginger, so sometimes I'll grate some fresh ginger in there also. Just depends what you like. Mangoes are beautiful right now. You can see them everywhere. And these are the imported mangoes that they call them now, or whatever. So they're quite yummy. And then the yellow champagne mangoes also. Those generally are more for eating. You just cut out the ends and just suck out the stuff. They're quite yummy.
Sounds
These
good.
are usually more for cooking than the other things. And it's quite yummy, and you just let this cook down. And there you go. See it'll turn into a gravy here eventually.
Sounds good. Now you guys still have live music out there at the
every
Packinghouse?
night. Last night we had a phenomenal guy, Frank Lombardi, doing a folk acoustic thing. Tonight we have Al Fuller doing his jam thing. So we're gonna have fun, enjoy.
Always fun, and the decor is one of a kind. You won't see it anywhere else. It's really unusual, and lots of history there at Old JR's Packinghouse. Recipe is on our website, mysuncoast.com. Go on there, check it out. JR, thanks. Always a pleasure having you in the studio. We'll be right back.